We met in a grocery store. He helped me reach a jar of pasta sauce I couldn't get. I joked that tall people were a public service. He laughed and asked if he could walk me to the checkout. It was harmless. Sweet. And after a year of post-divorce loneliness, it felt like being noticed again. He had tired eyes and calloused hands, and this way of making everything feel slower when he spoke. We started dating. At first, it was casual coffee, dinners, walks. Then it became weekends, toothbrushes left behind, keys exchanged. He said he'd been hurt before. I told him I had too. He said he wasn't perfect. I told him I wasn't either. And that was our foundation. Flawed honesty, or so I thought. The first time I noticed something, it was small. A phone call he took outside. He said it was work, but his voice had that soft tone. The one he used when he said good night to me. Later, I asked, was that your boss or your mom? He blinked, then smiled. Neither. Just a client. I let it go. Because sometimes love isn't blind. It's just willfully blurry. He traveled a lot, said he was working on expanding his construction company. Out-of-town contracts, big projects, long hours. I believed him because he came home with receipts, texts, photos of building sites. Proof, but proof is a funny thing. If you really want to trust someone, you can make any story fit. Then came the email. He forgot to log out of his account on my laptop. It wasn't snooping. I was looking for delivery confirmation. But I saw the subject line, your flight confirmation. NYC to Atlanta, 2 passengers. 2 passengers. We hadn't gone anywhere together in months. I clicked it. The seats were side by side, booked by him. I Googled the dates. He told me he was in Phoenix that weekend. I felt my hands go cold. You know that sensation? Where it feels like blood stops moving? I wanted to shut the laptop. Pretend I never saw it. But I didn't. I clicked deeper. Her name was in the rewards number attached to the flight. Melissa G, not a sister. Not a cousin. An Instagram search confirmed it. She was tagged in a post with him 2 weeks ago. A blurry picture of food. But his hands were in it. His watch. His beer. The caption read, home is wherever you are. My name was nowhere in her feed, but his? All over it. I didn't confront him right away. I wanted to see how far he'd go, how much he'd lie. I felt like I was watching a movie, except I was the one being erased. So I waited. Planned a dinner for when he got back from Chicago. I ate. Lit candles, cooked lasagna, smiled. He walked in and kissed me like nothing was wrong. I asked him how the trip was. He said, tiring. I missed you. I said, did Melissa miss you too? He froze. In that moment, I saw everything. His face didn't twist in confusion. He didn't ask who. He just closed his eyes and whispered, shit. He confessed, not all at once, but enough. Sighed she was someone he met before me, but never ended. Said he didn't know how to choose. Said he never meant to hurt either of us. I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because of how stupid I'd been. He was never confused. He was comfortable. He lived 2 lives because neither of us knew we deserved better. I told him to leave. He did, but the story didn't end there. Because betrayal doesn't just walk out with someone's suitcase. It lingers. In the way you double-check receipts, the way you stare at phones, the way you stop trusting your own gut. I spent months unlearning. What I accepted. No, work trips don't mean disappearing for days. No, tired doesn't mean cold and silent. No, honest people don't lie by omission. People asked why I didn't catch it sooner. I told them, because I was in love. And love, when you're desperate to keep it, makes excuses feel like explanations. One day I ran into Melissa in a coffee shop. She was as stunned as I was. We sat down without planning to. She thought I was just some woman he used to see. I thought she was a mistake from the past. We pieced it together like broken glass. Same trips, same gifts, same lies. She left him that week. I don't know where he is now. and I don't care. I'm in a new place. One with fewer pictures but more peace. I started painting. Badly, but joyfully. I walk barefoot in the mornings. I've been to therapy. I've cried more than I care to admit, but I sleep. Really sleep. And no part of me is afraid of what I might find on someone else's phone. I share. This not because I want pity, but because I know someone else out there is ignoring the signs, making excuses. Holding on dot, let go dot if you leave. If you have to guess, it's not real. If he forgets you're watching, he never truly saw you anyway. I stayed too long, but I didn't stay forever. And that's where my story really begins.